Good morning, friends. India is today a water-starved country. Though, on an average, we received about 1,170 mm of rainfall, still there is a water crisis everywhere. In 1947, with a population of 30 crores, we had a 5,000 meter cube availability of water per person. But today, the water availability has dropped as low as 1,500 meter cube. Anything below this will be a disaster. Though we get so much of rainfall here, we are not able to save more than 30% of that. All the dams, all the lakes, all the ponds put together, we save only 30% of the water that falls on this land, and rest all goes as a waste or joins the sea. We are not able to utilize all the water. This is because we are not recharging this water. We are only storing this water on the subsurface, but we are not able to recharge this water into the deeper aquifer. This has resulted in the water table falling. You have seen the water table falling. If you take Bangalore, the water table has fallen up to about 1,700, 1,800 feet. At 1,700, 1,800 feet, out of 10 borewells drilled in Bangalore, we get water only in about 4 borewells. 6 borewells failed during drilling only. In the 4 borewells which we drill, which we get water, in that 2 fails in 1 year, and only 2 the water is available throughout. So the strike rate in the borewell drilling is just 20%. That is the situation of the groundwater today. They say, according to the Niti Aayog and the BBC, Bangalore will be the second city in the world to run out of the water. And we will be facing zero water crisis. They say 50% of the population of the Bangalore will have to be evacuated because of the shortage of the water. Now let us understand what is this scenario. Means what happens whenever we think of water saving and how we utilize the water in the best way. We come across the best examples in the world. That is Israel. Israel got its independence in the year 1935. If you look at the geographical conditions of the Israel, 2/3 of its land is dry land, and 1/3 is a marshy land. It only receives about 100 mm of rainfall. Still, with their proper water management, to reuse the water, to reduce the usage of the water, and to recycle the water that is used, they are today able to, they are not only surplus, but they are able to supply water to Jordan and Syria. With 100 mm of rainfall, if they can do it, why not we, when we have average annual rainfall of 1,170, we can do miracles. India can never be a water shortage country. It has to be a water surplus country. Now let us take just an example of Bangalore, and this applies to all the cities of the country. Now Bangalore's population, on an average, if you take on an average, we get about 980 to 1,100 mm of rainfall, and we have about a population of 1.25 crores. Bangalore receives water from Kaveri, from KRS, about 108 kilometers away, at the height of 1,000 feet. Means from KRS, we are about 1,000 feet height, and the water has to be pumped from KRS. We received about 1,250 MLD of water per day. Just the pumping cost, electricity cost of this pumping cost about 1.3 crores per day. That is the electricity cost to pump the water from Kaveri to Bangalore. So we get about 1,250 MLD of water, and they say that we receive about 400 MLD of water from the ground. So total consumption of Bangalore is about 1,650 MLD around. Now let us take the amount of the water we get through the rainfall. Even if we take the lowest average annual rainfall of 980 mm, theoretically let's assume, let's cover Bangalore with a plastic sheet. And the amount of the rainfall that falls annually on the Bangalore, if it is collected on that plastic sheet, stored and reused, we will be able to supply 3,000 MLD of water to Bangalore. We don't need any Kaveri or any other source of water. That is the potential of the rainwater. When that is the potential of the rainwater, still we are telling that Bangalore will run out of the water by 2025. Where is this? why we have to do this balancing act? How can this happen when we are receiving so much of water? One side we receive so much of water and every rainfall there is a flooding, and other side in the summer we don't have water. So there is a gap which has to be taken care. Now, if everybody had adopted rainwater harvesting, they could have saved about 30% of minimum of 30% of their annual requirement of their water. That means to say, for about 100 to 150 days of the water required for a household can be met by rainwater alone with just simple installation of a simple rainwater harvesting system. Let's assume if we take one house of 1200 square feet, 30 by 40 measurement, 30 feet by 40 feet measurement house, annually we get about 1 lakh liters of precious clean distilled water. If this water is saved, it can be used. The saving will, if the person is doing rainwater harvesting for his house, he is not only saving the precious water, he is also saving his money for that water. Means that BWSS bill is saved. So it is win-win situation for everybody. A person who does it saves on the water bill and the electricity bill because he need not pump the water from the ground from his borewell. Then that much of water from his house, if it is not let into the storm drain, there will be no flooding. Because every time it rains just 25 mm from a house of 1200 square feet, 2000 liters of water goes into the storm drains. Let us assume one street of 20 houses this side and 20 houses on the other side, opposite side. One house, if it is yielding 2000 liters, 20 houses is 40,000 liters on one side and 40,000 liters on the other side. So both put together about 80,000 to 85,000 liters of water is coming from one street. Imagine the colossal quantity of the water that comes with just small rainfall of 25 mm, and that goes, that is going into the storm drain as a waste, and somewhere there is a flood happening. So that there is a loss of lives and properties, low roads are getting destroyed and choked up. So there is a huge loss whenever it rains. But we have to consider rainwater as a resource. If everybody starts doing rainwater, which is to install one rainwater harvesting system for a house, it doesn't cost more. It just costs about 15 to 20,000 rupees to install, and it's a one-time investment for his lifetime. So once this is installed, he can save a huge quantity of water, and the water from his house will not come into the roads. So he is saving on his water bill. There is no water logging or flooding happening. There water table in the earth will come up. So we are saving, because those many days we are not drawing water from the earth. So we are saving water on the earth, and we can even percolate the excess water which is going in the parks and in the roadside everywhere. If you have a proper recharging structures to be made, there will be no water logging, and all this water can percolate it there and then. So the water need not go to the lowest area and cause the flooding. If that is the potential of the rainwater harvesting, why it is not happening? This rainwater harvesting, is not happening because of the faulty filters. What happens is, whenever it rains, all the dust, debris, muck will come, leaves will come and enter into the filters which are available, conventional filters which are available in the market. So what happens? They will come and deposit there, and if you don't clean them every rainfall, they will decay, and then the decayed water enters into your tank. That is the reason you would have heard that people saying, whenever the rainwater cannot be stored for a long time, because there will be a lot of worms which will develop, or rainwater starts stinking. It is only because of that faulty filters where the proper drainage of the dust and debris is not happening. No, now quite to the contrast, this one, after a research, innovative rainy filters have been developed which are self-cleaning. In this filters, what happens is, whenever it rains, all dust, debris, everything goes out automatically, and the clean water comes to the other side. These are very easy to maintain, and there is no consumables required for the lifetime. That kind of filters are installed, and today we can proudly say that we have installed more than about 48,000 filters in Bangalore alone. And if you take Pan India, we have installed more than 246,000 filters, and we are even exporting these filters to 21 countries. So what I request everybody is kindly adopt rainwater harvesting. It is going to save the money for your pocket also. Even if you take the return of your investment, it is hardly 3 to 4 years. The kind of means if you are buying tankers which are costing so, and if you take a lot of areas in Bangalore, and that is the same scenario in all the cities. whenever it is raining, people are buying tankers, and the water which is precious, clean water which is falling at the roof, they are letting it down. So there is there is a great mismatch. We have to just collect this water, filter, and put it to your sun and save this water. This is going to help us in a long way in saving the Mother Earth and Mother Nature also. Now, with the kind of the rainfall we are having in India, if everybody starts doing it, India can be a water surplus country. We all have to join hands today, and see that we all adopt innovative rainwater harvesting technology to reuse the roof rainwater, to recharge the groundwater, so that the water table comes up and we have enough and surplus water. I am sure everybody will take a note of this. Now the rainy season has started. We have seen a lot of rains coming. If we start harvesting rainwater this season, we can see the results immediately. Whatever you do the investment today, you can see the result very next day morning. That being the case, let us all join hands together and adopt rainwater harvesting and make our country water surplus, which is in our hand. Even the farmers can save their water. It is a simple phenomenon wherein you make the running water, walking water stop. That is the simple phenomenon we say in a common words term, that whenever you are doing rainwater harvesting in the farm, instead of allowing the water to run away, which will take your topsoil also, instead of that, if you can make that running water walk, means if you slow down that flow of the water, it will not take this topsoil also, the fertile topsoil which is 6 inches flows off because of the rainfall, and even the water can be percolated. You can recharge your open wells, you can recharge your bore wells so that they don't go dry. A lot of farmers committed suicide in the previous years because they kept on drilling the bore wells, and drilling cost was so high, they had to borrow the money, and because of the bore well failures, they could not pay the debts. And because of that, a lot of farmers had to commit suicide. It's such a sorry state of affairs. When we have got technology to go to the Mars, and when the backyard our farmers die, without water, where is this justice? So, we have to teach farmers how the rainwater harvesting can be done. We can save a lot of water, because 1 acre of land, just 25 mm of rainfall, we get about 1 lakh liters of water. 1 lakh liters of water. Out of that, hardly 10 to 20% percolate because of the topsoil being the clay. A clay mixed soil, the percolation rate is very less. And then we have got a sheet rocks. Below, still many of the areas are covered with the sheet rocks below. And this being the case, the water doesn't percolate to the deeper aquifer. That is the reason you find that even if you have a borewell next to the lake, which had water for 365 days, we don't have the water, and the water is not coming sufficiently in the borewells next to the lake also. That being the case, we have to do innovative technologies to bypass this overburden of the clay and the rock and reach the first permeable zone and leave this water there, so that it can, after getting filtered, it can go to the aquifer, and then the water table comes up. So that is how we have to adopt a very innovative technologies. For any of the consultancies on the rainwater harvesting, you can contact us. We will be providing you a free consultancy anywhere. You can note down my number, and you can call me anytime for any of your water needs. You can save, reduce, and reuse the water. So that will help you in overall bringing. That will be a small contribution of all of us towards the Mother Earth, to save our India, and to make it India a water surplus. You can note on my number. My number is 944 81 30 524. I'll repeat, 944 81 30 524. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Stay indoors. Thank you so much.